I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I always feel like I'm forgetting something, so let's just go. Just had to double check I actually hit live, because that one time I thought I hit it and I didn't. Hey, wait, hang on. Let me see my playtime again. I'm like 10 hours ahead of Blue. That's pretty cool. All right. I think I want to switch Eves into front because I'm sure there's gonna be like a lot of ground and stuff. A lot of, a lot of hikers. I think Eves would probably benefit from some experience here. All right. I'm gonna try to resist the urge for repels because I should be gaining experience. My internet has still been kind of hit or miss lately, so hopefully there won't be a miss tonight. If the stream suddenly ends, then that would be why. I would like to not have to pause this for Wednesday, but if I get disconnected and I can't reconnect, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it and then continue it next stream. Ideally, that wouldn't happen. But if it happens, it happens. Apparently Comcast has been doing some upgrades, and it has been more like a downgrade lately because of frequent disconnect issues, which, I've already had issues with OBS deciding like, oh, actually, I'm not connected right now. So, it's even more likely now. But I would very much like to start gold on Wednesday, so, let's try to actually beat this game tonight. Thank goodness they don't have sturdy. If they had sturdy, honestly, I'd probably just run. I mean, honestly, I don't think Geodudes and Zubats, they're probably not worth the experience at this point. So maybe I should just run. Okay. And against the wall. And then against the button. I forgot to pay attention to how much experience the Zubat gave. Gonna try to remember what Geodude. $380 experience. So, what percentage of a level is that? About a 10th? I guess that's not terrible. Hey, I wonder if you are good enough for me. Cool trainer female wants to fight. I don't know why I want to lead with... Oh, well, you're faster, so never mind. Maybe I should have led with Mega Drain. Oh, a critical. Nice. Back up to top. Back up to full. How about a cut? Alright, you get a Razor Leaf. Ow. Flinched? Fine, I'll make a drain. Excuse me. I feel like I can almost see what they're going for with this Venusaur sprite. But I still think its flower is leaning too far forward. It's supposed to be horizontal, but it's vertical right now. That's not how Ivysaur is. Yeah, let's get Kakui out here. Ember? Yeah, okay. Ow, okay. Oh, it still hit. Okay. Oh, burn! Ooh, critical hit, nice. I want Kakui to get the experience. So we're getting through this. Go, come on! That was freaking Ember, wasn't it? You can't do 100 damage with Ember? I lost out. It's okay, I got 14 revives. Ain't good enough. Maybe while this animation is playing, I can... Okay, it was a little slow, but... I have my fan pointed at me now. It's not on, but if I need it to be on, I can put it on. Oh, hello. I can see you're good. Let me see exactly how good. Good enough to beat you. Cool trainer wants to fight. Don't look at me like that, Ivysaur. I'll beat you with Cut, because I know you're going to keep using Poison Powder. Ooh, X attack. Oh no. Poison Powder's really going to hurt now. I was about to use War Turtle. It's about time we get some trip action going. Feels like forever since she's gotten to do anything. I feel like double team is probably a good idea. Lowered its head. Skull Bash. I feel like if you miss with Skull Bash, that should have recoil damage. Anyway, here's Thunderbolt. Shazam. Yeah. I didn't need those double teams. I was about to use Charmeleon. Actually, I feel like this is a Pokemon Kukui could decently fight. Oh well. I picked a Dipper instead. I'm sorry, Kukui. The last one's Charizard, right? Yeah, Charizard. What are you standing like that for? Charizard doesn't stand all timidly. He's supposed to spread his arms out and be like, "Rah!" It's not a bad sprite, it's just not a very Charizard pose. It's like he knew he was gonna get surfed on. I had a chance. Alright, see you later. Okay, so we get here, and then... Right, I gotta... Pokemon. I think it's the next game that lets you click a button and be like, this is a boulder. Do you want to use strength to push it? Either that or Ruby and Sapphire, because I'm pretty sure Ruby and Sapphire let you do that. I feel like I should... Oh right, you are poison. You know what? Beep 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 beep. Yeah, go ahead. Wing attack me. I'm flying. It doesn't... Okay, but there's no kind of hurt. It's not super effective. Yeah, level 44, even though he didn't do anything in battle. Push. You know, I just remembered that Ocarina of Time remake rumor again. And I'm thinking about... I think I would rather have Minish Cap get remade. Like, I love Minish Cap. Like, the core experience is awesome. Some of the side content could use some work. But it's mostly an awesome game. It deserves a remake. Victory Road is the final test for trainers. Like a test of my patience with all these encounters and rock pushing. Yeah, like I said last time, an Ocarina of Time remake would be cool. But there are some games I would rather see get remade first instead of having another Ocarina of Time remake. You know, even if Ocarina of Time 3D is more like a visual upgrade rather than a complete remake. So I'm probably... Okay, well, I guess that poison powder kind of helped. Then again, if I had done Cut, that probably would have done enough damage that it would not have been any different. I'm probably weird for this opinion, but I would rather see Zelda 2 get remade. I really like what Zelda 2 is going for, but, you know, it's an NES game. It's only second game in the Zelda series. They were still figuring stuff out. There's a lot of NES-ness to it. I forgot that Tri-Attack is the second. I thought I had another flying type move there. I used to. Karate chop. No. Oh, okay. It wasn't super effective. I would have liked to replace Rage by now, but I genuinely don't know what I would replace it with if I could. Ay-ya! I should heal. I know there are plenty of, like, 2D, side-scrolling Zelda-ish games. Zelda 2 is basically a Metroidvania, as much as I don't like that term. It's pretty much true. But, like, games that are trying to be Metroidvanias rather than trying to be Zelda 2 specifically just don't have the same feel. Because they're trying to be Castlevania and not Zelda 2. Like, I want one that is specifically trying to have the same feel as Zelda 2. Because, like, when you're trying to be Castlevania, you're trying to be, Symphony of the Night or whatever. You're trying to have all kinds of different weapons, and each weapon has its own attack pattern, and, your defense is just a backdash. No, I want a sword and shield that I can aim either, high by standing up, or aim low by crouching. And, the shield is always out as long as I'm not attacking. And then, have the up thrust and the down thrust. I guess really that's the main feel that I care about. That kind of, like, almost like fighting game kind of combat. Like, obviously not, it's not like Street Fighter. But it does kind of have that, like, you have to stand high to block high. You have to crouch to block low. That kind of system. It's like, for me, that's the most fun part about Zelda 2 is trying to fight enemies, and you're trying to, like, oh, I'm striking high, but then, ooh, here comes a low one. You kind of, you're trying to fake them out, basically. Even though they're AI, and you can't really fake out the AI, because it's reading your inputs. I was thinking about, like, okay, well, what spells do I like the most from Zelda 2? And yeah, I like that there's a high jump spell, because it's like, if any other game would just have that be the high jump boots, they would just copy Metroid and be like, oh, now you can permanently jump high forever. It's like, yeah, that's arguably better. But I do like having the spell, where I have to be like, this is a situation in which I have to spend some magic to high jump. And, obviously it's not that different as long as, the game remembers to give you a magic refill, or, nearby, so that if you happen to be out of magic, you can still do the thing and not have to, oh, I didn't see, whatever. I didn't mean to do Kakui, I meant, Mirist. I like my odds. But you can't do that when I'm about to do it. You're disabled no more. Yeah, how do you like that? Didn't know that could happen, but okay, that just happened. Not to be all, Will Wheaton writing on you. Or whatever the thing is. Not to be all modern superhero movie on you. Isn't it even specifically a superhero movie trope, or is that just movie tropes in general now? They do that. Well, that just happened joke. I guess it's movies in general. I know movies lately have, they've been lacking in an earnestness, they all have to be so self-parroting all the time that they can't just have a serious moment. It always has to be tongue-in-cheek, but anyway. I do also kind of like the shield spell in Zelda 2. But again, that, like, arguably should just be a permanent upgrade. It should just be a permanent increase in your defenses. Yep, allow me to drink up all of your HP. Or sorry, absorb all of your HP and only drink 50% of it. I completely forgot I picked up other TMs. Submission. I don't know if I want submission. I don't know what it does. I forgot I taught her Fire Blast. Mega Kick? Less accuracy than Mega Punch, but higher power. What do you mean not able? It's a leggy bird. It doesn't have wings, it has legs. What do you mean it can't kick good? What do you mean Pikachu can learn Mega Kick and Dodrio can't? Did I check this one? Fissure, right. Okay, only Mirrors can learn it. If Espresso could have learned Fissure, I would have done a flip. I don't really know Zelda 2 well enough that I could name all of the spells, but I definitely remember the Fairy spell, which I think is cool. It kind of is like the Zelda 2 version of the Morph Ball in a way. They don't use it like a Morph Ball, but, you know, I'm just gonna run. But, like, it kind of is Morph Ball. I'm not sure I know where I am in space and time. Okay, that's the one that goes there. Yeah, I don't think they ever use the fairy spell to make you go through a small space, but I definitely know its main use is to fly through keyholes indoors. So you can use the fairy spell instead of a key. I suppose with modern gaming design, you would have to design the door so that you know that, like, hey, there's no key. You gotta use fairy spell on this. You gotta turn into a fairy to get through this door. I mean, not necessarily, like, you know, paint it in yellow and be like, oh, look, fairy door. But I would think there would have to be some distinction to let you know that, like, hey, don't waste time trying to find a key. You already have it in the form of a fairy spell. I don't know why I keep calling it fairy spell instead of, like, the fairy spell. As if its name is Fairy Spell. It's just Fairy in the menu. You know what? I don't care enough about that item to fight that guy. I'm supposed to be getting experience on the way to Elite 4. And here I am, just like, nope, don't feel like it. Oh, come on. Sure. Ow. Yeah, I think I gotta turn on my fan. Hang on. Okay. Thankfully, it's got a remote, so all I gotta do is just hit the on button. Oh. I forgot how much that heals. I thought it was only 100. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what I would really want from a Minish Cap remake if they were to change anything. So I'm pretty happy with how Minish Cap is. I don't feel like it really drastically needs changing. I think it is just like, you know, getting all the figurines is really annoying. They should make it easier. Kinstone fusing could probably also stand to have some kind of upgrade. You know, some kind of quality of life to make it easier to do them all. If they even intend for you to do them all to begin with, because, like, they're not always worth it. Sometimes they are just rupees. But I suppose for completion, you would be tempted to do it. Excuse me, Pikachu. Oh, a Graveler. Critical hit. I'm also, I've always agreed with the idea that they should have remade the Oracle games using the Link's Awakening art style. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Mirrors. She could use some experience. She's still got some catching up to do. Like, I genuinely don't know why they didn't just do that. Why didn't they just go straight into Oracle remakes? It missed. There we go. They made the kanji for fire. Oh. Well, that stank. At least you're burned. Excuse me. Alright, just stick to what you're good at. Just punch things real good. Honestly, Mirist is definitely not stacking up to Nidoqueen. And we're done. Okay. Ow. Hello. I'm just trying to think of what Zelda games haven't they remade yet. Interestingly, not Zelda 1. Trainers live to seek stronger opponents. Like, you would think if any game was getting, like, a remake from the ground up that's, like, well, I don't want to say truly meant to replace it. Those were the words that came to mind, but I know there are people who would, you know, who oppose the idea of a remake completely invalidating an original version of a game. But, you know, if they were to make a Zelda 1 remake, and, I mean, honestly, if you're remaking Zelda 1, it's really easy to outdo it. It's really easy to outdo the original. Oh, Dewgong. Okay. Well, I can't fire you, but I can punch you. Well, not if I miss. But it still surprises me that they haven't even tried, like, doing anything that's like, here's a game that's just, it's just Zelda 1 story. Okay, Parasec's back. Don't miss! Okay, hello again, Dewgong. It's about to Parasect. Whoa! I didn't know she has a Parasect. And then comes a giant fist. Level 40, nice. I was about to use Chansey. Yeah, I should probably switch out. Like, I can understand them not wanting to redo Zelda 2, because, like, that's a very not beloved game in the series. Ooh, nice. Okay, well, I don't like that you're minimizing, because now I'm just gonna miss 8 times in a row. Never mind. Thank you, Kukui. But yeah, I'm surprised they've never tried remaking Zelda 1. Oh, so strong. I'm kind of surprised they haven't even done, like, a spiritual remake, you know, where it's like, it is supposed to take the same place in the timeline, but it's just a completely different game. But I guess that's kind of the problem with Zelda 1's story, is that it doesn't really exist. You know, the entire story is Ganon is evil, save the princess. Which is, like, basically every Zelda game. I know not literally, but, you know, may as well be. But that's, you know, it's kind of like if you boil down Pokemon's story to child defeats criminal organization. It's like, yeah, that's, of course that's going to describe most of the games if you boil it that simple, if you boil it down to that simple of detail. I also kind of get I get the sense that A Link to the Past is kind of seen as, like, Super Metroid, where it's like, oh, it's the perfect game, it should never be remade, which is probably why they did A Link Between Worlds instead, and didn't even remake it. They just made a second one. Which I just don't, I really don't agree with the idea of, like, oh, some games should just never be remade. Like, no, yeah, some games can be made better. It can be done. There's always quality of life improvements to make. You know, graphics, that's more of a reasonable argument. Like, oh, it's the graphics are iconic, they shouldn't be changed. Like, okay, sure, but, like, you can I certainly think that there is an approach that both respects the original design and also upscales it, you know? Like Super Metroid is specifically, I feel like you really could do, you know, do something similar to Dread without just doing Dread's graphics. Like, I would think remaking Super Metroid would involve the Ocarina of Time 3D approach, where it's not being like, ooh, forget the original graphics, these ones are better, but, you know, going for, here's what it looked like in the concept art. We're just gonna make the game look like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's time for Trip. I was trying to think about, like, who do I want to fight Tentacool, or Tentacruel? Because he's part poison, so he does, I don't know if I can say resists grass, but grass is not as effective as one would assume. So we'll just zap him. Constrict, no! Oh, okay. I thought that was the one that keeps going. Trying to let thunder. Hang on a second. Is that better than Thunderbolt? I mean, honestly, I should just replace Thunder Wave because I don't use it. Thunder parentheses move. Okay, it's 110 power, 70 accuracy. Oh wait, sorry, 120 power in Generation 1. Still 70 accuracy, though. Because I forgot that the way they list things on the wiki, it's like, oh, you gotta mouse over it if it's different in different generations. Compare that to Thunderbolt, which is 95 power, 100% accuracy. Yeah, I don't use Thunder Wave. I should just switch. I should replace it. I don't really know the circumstances under which I would want a stronger, less accurate Thunder or Thunderbolt, but Trip forgot that the move is called Thunder Wave and just called it Thunder instead. Blastoise. Okay, that's a pretty cool sprite. I don't believe it. I thought I could move. Dude. You want to get out of here, Geodude? I'm about to have a fight with someone other than you. I'll show you just how good you are. Good enough to beat you. Now, I don't know if there are people out there who share, who both have the opinion of some games should never be remade, but then also have the opinion that remakes should not replace the original, because aren't those contradictory ideas? Like, if remakes aren't supposed to replace the original, then it should be acceptable to remake a game, because oh, well, the original is still there. It doesn't replace it. But I guess the idea is a Hyper Potion. Okay. On your freaking Bellsprout? But I guess the idea is that, it's not that a remake would replace, a masterpiece like Super Metroid, but it's the idea that it's already a masterpiece and doesn't need remaking. Which I still disagree with. Things could always be better. You could, even if all you did was change the graphics to be, one-to-one with the original concept art, to bring that to life in a really stellar new graphical style. And then made no other changes. People would gladly buy that. Also consider that remakes aren't always for the people who originally, for people who played the original. They're usually for a new audience who didn't play the original. I think there are some people out there who would not play Super Metroid just because of the graphics. I know that's kind of lame, but it's their right to do that. So, a remake would certainly reach those people who, didn't like how the original looks and would now give it a chance because, ooh, shiny. I'm not taking the risk. Nope, not items. There we go. It's about to use Victory Bell. Excuse me. It's a really pleasant cry from a man-eating plant. Okay. Maybe it was not the brightest idea to give Mirist Fire Blast. But you know, we're so close to the end that as long as we beat the Elite Four and Gary, it doesn't matter. Some lessons have to be learned the hard way. Oh, you want to stop? Don't miss. I'm furious. She's fiery bad. She's fiery Bowser. I think I had more I wanted to say about the idea of a remake being for a new audience, and I don't remember. I mean, I guess there's accessibility, but, like, it's not like Super Metroid is hard to come by. I mean, the original cartridge, sure, probably. It's a beloved game that is no longer being produced. So, yeah, the physical copy of the original, it's gonna be hard to get. But Virtual Console, it's like right there. It's free if you already have a Nintendo Online. Just like Ocarina of Time. Oh, for a moment I thought there was a wall here. So I'm like, wait, since when was this a dead end? I'm not really sure where I'm going. I should probably have Dipper in front now. Yeah, Eves is caught up. Let's switch to Dipper. I mean, I guess accessibility is certainly an argument, especially in the case of like that was like half the argument for a Thousand Year Door remake was like it's not a Virtual Console and a legitimate copy is like $300 or something. That might be an exaggeration, but it also might be true by now. I don't know. Game collecting is a crazy market now. Especially with all the, you know, the people who are like, oh, if I buy this, it's an investment, and then I can resell it and make a big profit. This way? You know, the same mentality people have with, like, basically anything that's collectible nowadays is, oh, I'm gonna scalp this and then make a huge profit. I forgot to put Dipper in front. I will do that. I will also not keep on the topic of scalpers, because we all hate them. We all know they stink. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to make them shower. So, you know, people have tried. Smarter people than me have tried. Anyway, here's a worm made out of rocks. I've been playing more Mario & Rabbids, or the second one. I'm really getting into it now. I'm really getting used to like its differences between, you know, this new game and Mario & Rabbids 1. There are definitely still parts of Mario & Rabbids 1 that I like, but I'm starting to come around to the second one maybe being the better game overall. It's pretty satisfying when you get used to it. Like, I do like snapping to a grid in the original and being able to, you know, move after attacking, but yeah, I do think that the way the second one is structured, it is just a better game. Exploration is definitely feels better. I think partly because it's now basically random encounters instead of every encounter being at like a specific point in the level, and you know, once you do it, that's it. And I don't know, I also feel kind of incentivized to do the side quests, and I'm not really sure what the difference is. I guess it's because it is structured more like a world, rather than just one continuous level you're continuing down the hallway through. Not to you know, say that the level design was terrible in the first Mario & Rabbids, but I think it's definitely better now. It's super effective. Wow, I just drowned a rock. Did I fight that guy up there yet? I must have, right? Can you believe it's already been like 40 minutes since I started Victoria Road? Ah, so you wish to challenge the Elite Four? I have not fought him. Ooh. Hope you like starfish. Drowsy. No, I'm not drowsy. I had an energy drink earlier. I'm so ready. Psychic's not weak to psychic, right? Now, it resists itself, in fact. How about Thunderbolt? Better. Okay, bye. Do you like Thunderbolt? More or less. Okay, so I should resist that because I believe part psychic. Yes. Special fell. Aw. How about surf? You like surf? I don't know that hypnotists typically go surfing. It better not affect me. It's meant to use drowsy. Yeah, I don't think I really have much of an answer to psychic. Mostly because of the whole thing of like what was supposed to be its weakness in Ghost is not. And Bug kind of stinks in this game. It doesn't really have any good moves right now. Kadabra. Okay. I'm traumatized by Gary's Alakazam in blue. So now anytime anytime Kadabra or Alakazam comes out, I'm like, time for Espresso. Time for my anti-Abra Pokemon. It's about to use Kadabra. Boy, does this feel familiar. Yeah, level 43. You got me. And now we'll get this ladder. Dude! Well, at least Dipper's still in front. Earthquake, okay. I don't think I resist that. Not bad. Okay, there we go. I feel pretty encouraged with them getting to level 47, not 70. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I think numbers backwards. So instead of 47, I think of it as 74. But yeah, 47, 40, 40, 43, 41, 46. I do wish those levels were a little bit more even, but we'll be fine. It's not like we haven't already taken out level 50 Pokemon. Down here? Yeah, there we go. And I didn't even have to fight the legendary bird for no reason. Which was not blaming Blue on. I'm not blaming that on Blue. I'm blaming that on me accidentally stumbling across it and fighting it anyway. Is this Indigo? I know this is Indigo Plateau. Is this color Indigo? I don't know the names. I would just call it blue. I think Indigo is supposed to be purple, more purple. I don't know. It could be violet, for all I know. Cause you know that girl in Willy Wonka, she turns violet, and I'm like, but she's blue. She's a blueberry. Hi there, may I help you? Yeah, don't buy Great Balls or Ultra Balls. Buy potions. Wait, I can... Oh. I did that last time, didn't I? I could buy Max Revives? I don't think I really want to buy Max Potions, so I think I'd rather just fly away and buy Hyper Potions. Which thankfully will not require me to switch my party. Cinnabar's shop. I couldn't decide which word to say. The shop here, the Mart, should have Super and Hyper, right? Or just Hyper? Just Hyper. Okay, now I'll buy some Full Heals too. Do you notice how I stop at 5 and then I'm like, no. 10. I will go out of my way for Super Potions. I feel like I need both. Lavender Town? I don't think they had any potions. I think they're just restoratives. But I sure will check. Risk going insane listening to the music. So I was looking for Super, right? Just double checking. Yeah, Super. Okay, yeah, they had what I wanted. Super Potion and not Ball. Making sure I don't buy balls. I guess that's as good as I'm getting. No, not item. Indigo Plateau. Let me check my PC for anything I may want in this final battle. Sure, I'll take my 3 rare candies out. Man, remember when I had, like... What was it, 8 or so before? I swear I had enough that I could almost give all of my Pokemon to. I'm just gonna take the same approach I did before. And with the exception of... Actually, I just realized Kukui isn't... Wait, did he learn Ice Punch? No, not... Oh yeah, you learned Ice Punch. Yeah, with the exception of giving the, what was it, calciums to Kukui, I'm gonna play how I did before and not use any of the other stat increasing items and just try to win basically off of raw level ups. From here on, you'll face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, a door opens to the next trainer. Good luck. Okay, nothing to it but to do it. I won't know if I'm prepared to beat them until I try. And there is no try. Only do or do not. So let's do! Looks like a Pop-Tart in here. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Ha ha ha. Are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Dugong. Not really a good Pokemon to start Kukui against, because you're not gonna be weak to Fire Punch. A Beam. Yeah, critical! Alright, you asked for it. I want it to be a little funky. I wanted to, you know, give you a chance to not go down to one hit. Okay. Well, now would be a great time to have Dream Eater. Instead, how about Thunder? What? That's less damage than a critical hit with Thunderbolt did. Oh gosh, she's awake. Okay. I was about to use Cloyster. Come on, you can do this, Trip. Yeah, there we go. Level 42. I was about to use Slowbro. Nah, Trip has this. I haven't paid attention to Slowbro's face before, I think. And I'm sure it's not supposed to have any particular expression on his face, but it kind of looks like slightly angry. Like he thinks I'm the one biting him in the butt. I forgot Trip was confused. I probably should have switched. Surf? Okay. Dude. I'm just gonna try to finish you with Thunder. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, come on! Sound's not even playing because of the low health beep. Actually, that's weird. All the sound has gone away except for the music. That's weird. Jinx. Yo, me a soda. I guess she is pure ice? There we go, there's the sounds. Okay, so it was the low health beeping. How about a fire blast? Are you kidding me? Fire blast, you suck. Mirrors, you're trying your best. No, wait, no. Ice. It's up to Dipper. What? What do you mean not very effective? Is she ice psychic? Fell asleep. Okay. This is not a good showing for the first Elite Four member. Can you stop that? That should not work. Stop! You're merely postponing the inevitable. Yeah, finally! Isn't Thrash what they do when they're out of PP? Okay, that's better. Shoot with the Thunderbolts. It's about to use Lapras. Once again, water ice. I'm gonna recover first. Body slam. Okay. We're good. Okay, good. I can take it. Honestly, I have no reason to use this over potions, but I waited to get it, so I might as well use it. Oh, come on. Okay, right, super potion. You have those. So do I, and I chose to use recover 8 times in a row. Okay, that's finally Lorelei defeated. How dare you? What, 'cause I said finally? You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of Pokemon League power. And I don't like it. Let me make sure that was Revive and not Max Revive. Max Revives are not to be used outside of battle. Oh, wait. You're not fainted. Okay. Jeez, only 95 HP. Like I did with Blue, I don't plan on save scumming, but it just makes me more comfortable to save. Oh, here we are going with the rocks. This is where it would be nice for Kukui to know a fighting type move, but instead I'm just gonna do like I was doing on Victory Road. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger. I've weight trained with my Pokemon. Ash, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! I just realized that they have a Rock Gym Leader and a Rock Elite Four. And also a Ground Elite Four, which is, in this game, is basically the same thing as Rock. At this rate, I'm almost certain that Gary's team is level 60. Hitmonchan. I can take him. In a fight. Because he doesn't have a good special, so if I just whack him with a good grass move... Okay, well... I'm not afraid of your Fire Punch, then. Yeah. Alright, I'm willing to admit, Hitmonchan is not very good. But I've come this far with him. I'm not kicking him out of my team now. Kukui's going to the Hall of Fame or not. Or he's either going to the Hall of Fame or no one is in the Hall of Fame. Alright, yeah, I should switch. Thankfully, this is before every fighting type could know Rock Throw, so... fly. Oh, I'm sorry, did you miss? I was too busy flying up really high so that when I come down, it hurts really hard. Let's about to use Onix. I will switch. Eves. I can't remember the type of all of them, of all the Elite Four. I know the last guy is Dragon, because of course. It's like almost always, there's always a Dragon Elite Four. Which, you know, I don't really blame them for doing, because, like, Dragon Pokemon kind of are built to be beastly. It makes sense that they're one of the tough guys, one of the final bosses would have a bunch of dragons with, you know, resistances to... I was going to say everything. I guess 4 types out of the however many types Pokemon has is not... it's not even half. It's a lot for resistance, but it's not even half. Ow, okay, yep, that did hurt. You're probably gonna heal next turn, right? Submission. It even said not very effective. Are you kidding me? Are you fast enough to outspeed Machamp? It's probably not gonna... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Cool. You soak up that experience, Kukui. Why? How could I lose? Because the first gym leader was Rock. I'm already prepared to beat him. Also Ground. My job is done. Go face your next challenge. I think the next is Ghost? I don't really have a good answer to Ghost. Sorry, I'm changing how I'm sitting. Yeah, I don't really have a Pokemon specifically suited to fighting Ghost, but I suppose because of glitches, Dipper is my answer. I don't really want to exploit the glitch, but it is how it is. So I don't think anyone would blame me for using Psychic on a Ghost in this game. Especially during the Elite Four. But, I do have good special attackers. Excuse me. There's one now. So, I don't know. I guess I could take on some ghosts. In a fight. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for fighting. Ash, I'll show you how a real trainer fights. With a whip! Oh, she doesn't have one. She probably beats him with her cane. Yep, Gengar, that's what I thought. Part poison? So, not good for me to start with Eves. Isn't Mega Drain a ghost or grass move? Isn't that literally the top move in Eve's list? Yeah, then that's a critical hit. Okay, that's a war attrition I don't want to do. I know you just pulled out a grass move on me, so I really shouldn't. Espresso. Yeah, Espresso resists. And you're not immune to physical attacks, just normal. And fighting. Substitute. Oh, look at it. It's not the substitute doll I'm used to seeing. Just confuse her. Okay, just fly. Just fly. You'll be fine if you fly. Don't crash into the ground when you land. Thank you. Okay, not great. Yep, and that's gone. Withdrew Gengar. Golbat. Okay. Confuse no more! I can just hit you with Tri-Attack. So it's funny how I was saying before that, like, oh, I have open slots on my gold team because I don't have it completely planned. I do have 4. So there are 4 that I for sure want to use. I guess not for sure, but like 4 I'd like to use, and then maybe change depending on circumstances. I'm standing my ground because I'm pretty sure this is the Gengar who's already wounded. I was talking with my brother about it. Yeah, there we go, Espresso. And I was thinking like, okay, well, what if I did a Dark and a Steel? And you told me some Pokemon I could catch in that case. You know, that's reasonably early in the game, you know, that I wouldn't have to wait till after the Elite Four to catch. I didn't see who you're switching to, but I'll just, Hunter, okay. And then, yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, I think now I do have an entire team planned that I would like to use, but it may change. I'm not going to say for sure, yes, I know all 6 of the Pokemon I will be using through the entire game, because I don't know how balanced they are in terms of type coverage. Can people stop putting Dipper to sleep, please? I've used like 8 of those now. And there's also the matter of, like, poison. Oh, wait, Psychic. And this is not a glitch. This is working as intended. Yeah, there's also the idea of changing up my team depending on the Dribbler I'm about to fight. So that's always a possibility. Consume some PP on stronger. I guess I can't say stronger moves, but moves with less PP. I'd use Surf instead. So yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll use more than 6. Back to Gengar. No, sorry, this is a second Gengar. Wait a minute. Hang on. I need to pull out my other type chart because the one I have is it includes the glitch in type effectiveness. So what is Ghost supposed to resist Psychic? No. So actually, I would not be abusing a glitch if I hit it with Psychic. I mean, okay, I guess the glitch makes it 4 times weak, but Poison is already weak to Psychic. So is it really abusing a glitch to use it? And now Dipper isn't sure. Yeah, don't put me to sleep again. Yeah, see, now I'm not sure if I want to use Psychic because it could be 4 times effectiveness. When it's only supposed to be doubly effective. So I don't, oops. I did not mean to do, okay. I'll just go ahead and Super Potion. But it failed. Good. Dude! Stop putting me to sleep! Thank you for waking up immediately. I didn't say whack yourself in the face immediately. Oh yeah, this Psychic. Oh, I didn't know he could do that too. Pretty sure in blue you used Nightshade all the time. But I'm already confused. Never mind. Alright, whatever. Psychic. This has gone on long enough. You are supposed to be weak to this, but just maybe... Okay, you know what? That's fair. I should have seen that coming. I'm awake, dingus. There. Level 48. Woohoo! You're something special, child. You win. I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. Oh boy, time for dragons. What sucks is that, my strongest Pokemon, or highest level, are Grass and Water. Which, not really a problem on its own fighting Dragon, because Dragon isn't advantageous over those types. They don't have effectiveness. It's just the resistance that's the problem. I'm walking down the hallway automatically. I didn't remember it doing that. I am kind of starting to regret giving Ice Beam to Mirist, because there is no way she's denting a dragon with that. But she does have Mega Punch, and neutral damage is acceptable. Ah, I heard about you, Ash. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Ash. What do I have in the front? Was it Eves? He has a Charizard, doesn't he? And Gyarados. Okay. Well, you're water flying, right? So doesn't that have resistance? Just up walking up to him, I'm like, oh right. In the first generation, there aren't a lot of dragons. So he's probably gonna have like pseudo dragons like Charizard. Hyper Beam. Uh-oh. Okay, that could be bad for me. Come on, Eves. Eves. Eves! Okay. Good. It's about to use Dragonair. See, there's a real dragon. Is it part flying? I guess that wouldn't matter because it would be resistant to electric. Oh, that's not the dragon I thought. Well, okay. Still level 56. Dragon. Yep. Okay. Just for the heck of it. Well, how about some double team first? Oh no. I was gonna say just for the heck of an ice punch, and then I'm like, no, wait, defenses. I should be trying to avoid attacks. And then that happened. I'm surprised you're faster than Dragonair. Thunder Wave. Oh, well, not anymore. Slam. Okay. Don't! Thunderbolt. I think that was 4 different moves, but heck if I remember what they were. I don't know if this is really a certified dogs moment in terms of healing. Hyper Beam, yeah. So what? Hyper Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave. One-shotting me with a critical hit, which makes me angry. Dude! Dude, don't you dare. Don't. Do not. Don't. Okay. Was not a one-shot. Oh, come on! I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, missed. Cool. Missed again. Nice. I thought it had 100 accuracy. I don't know how it's missing. Okay. You're probably gonna potion. Yes. Oh, full reset on its health, though. dude. Okay, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Be nice if that's critical. Okay, I'm feeling the dogs. I'm feeling. Dude. Alright, I'm not gonna fight you on that. Just get fly going. And don't be paralyzed. I don't know how Thunderbolt kept missing so many times because, like I said, I could swear it's 100% accurate. Oh, no. No! I don't want to start over! I forgot Dipper has Psychic. Expect to use another freaking Dragonair. Thank goodness. Thank Dipper. Thank you, Dipper. Dipper is goodness. Aerodactyl. I don't know what type that is. Oh, he's facing backwards this time. Also, everyone else is knocked out, so why is it asking me if I want to switch? What if I said yes? Haha, yeah! I called the bluff on your dragon! That wasn't a real dragon! That was a fake! It was a phony! A big fat phony! Dragon Knight. This is the part where I lose. Oh, he's mad. He's got thunder. No! Dipper! Come on! Ugh. You're gonna potion. No, you didn't! I'm laughing because I don't even know how else to react. That was so close. I was really feeling like the game was about to say, sorry, come back in 10 levels. I hate to mean it, but you were a Pokemon Master. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Ash. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or so you would have been, but you have one more challenge ahead. You have to face another trainer. His name is Gary. He beat the Elite Four before you. He's the real Pokemon League champion. That was such a close fight. Again, not safe scumming, but I want to lock in the experience my Pokemon got. And by Pokemon, I mean Dipper, because everyone else got one-shotted. Revives for everybody. And here I was, thinking that this Elite Four was going to be an easier time because A, I've been through it before, and B, Copilot said my team is amazing. I should have known better than to trust AI. But I think it was also assuming that my team would be the same level as the Elite Four, possibly. That may have factored into it. Which brings me to this week's sponsor, Factor. Not actually sponsored. Never been approached for a sponsorship. I'm too small time. Oh, you know what? You didn't need a super. Okay, that's fine. Or hyper. I don't know who he's going to lead with. I honestly don't remember his team. I know there's a Flareon. Executor, maybe? Oh yeah, and the freaking Abra. Okay, I hate to cliffhang this here. It's break time. You know, if it wasn't for freaking Victory Road taking an hour, we could be fighting Gary right now. We could have already beaten Gary by now. Okay. We're back. It's do or die, and I choose to live. Hey. I was looking forward to seeing you, Ash. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on Pokédex, I looked all over for powerful Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Ash, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world! I'm stronger than Team Rocket! Which is probably true. Alright, Gary. Oh, good. I'm pretty sure I have, yeah, Eve's still in front. Where's Leaf? Nice. It's about to use Alakazam. Boy, do I have an answer. Potentially. I am underleveled. Which scares me. Mm-hmm. Psychic. Warbly Warbly. Espresso. Espresso! 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 You're supposed to be my answer! Mm-hmm. Saw that coming, or either that or a potion. Uh-oh. Mirrors. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. Uh-oh. I don't know what Kinesis does. Accuracy fell? Okay, well... Level 43? I was gonna say 34. I was about to use eggs. Stop turning people into eggs. Okay. That's a pretty clean Executor sprite. Forgot what I'm looking for. Yeah. It's the final battle. The final battle. The Bart. The. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if I want to try to stick it out and risk getting knocked out. Hang on, where's my full heals? Can we not do this song and dance? Good. I just realized if it's gonna have psychic moves, because I think Executor has psychic moves, Eve's is not the right choice, because he is part poison. However, Executor isn't. Also, sorry if I'm doing too many mouth smacking noises. I don't mean to do that. No one means to do that, but it just happens. Yeah, I may be asleep, but you're poisoned. Barrage, okay. Stomp. Excuse me. Excuse me? No. Okay, what? I don't know why I'm waiting. How about some neutral damage? Eggman. Oh, okay, never mind. How about some not very effective? Okay. Didn't infect Eves. Time's taken away for you, Executor. You're merely postponing the inevitable. Poison was the right move. If he's gonna keep using hypnosis on me, I'm glad I used poison, because it's not going fast, but it is going. It's just like fighting with the Hitmonchan. It's not going quickly, but it is working. Okay, yep, you're gonna hit me like 3 times. I suppose while this fight. Well, okay, Executor's almost defeated. Well, not if I miss. I do have something small I want to talk about, but I'd rather talk strategy right now. Magneton. Electric. I think Grass is my best bet. Yeah, Hyper. Bit of a waste, but better than not getting full health. Swift, okay. Owie. Owie. Owie! I was just gonna say, oh, well, that wasn't much health. Get your oh, what? I was gonna say, how about I get you poisoned? There we go. We're just gonna talk about, Help Wanted. I was playing more of that. Defense greatly fell. That's fine? Question mark? So I was saying before how, like, you know, I was tense playing it because I didn't know what the jump scares were going to be like in VR. Now I know. I got killed by Foxy in the first game. And honestly, I don't even know how I let it happen. I don't know how I let it happen, because, like, I know to keep an eye on Foxy. I know that's his thing. And I don't know, it was like night 2 or 3? I think it was 3. So I guess he's active enough to be a pain, but, like, I feel like it was too early for him to show up when that happened. Like, the next thing I know, he's sprinting down the hallway, and I, wait, and then I got jump scared. Couldn't reach for the door button fast enough. I couldn't mentally register what was happening fast enough. I hear him running down. I was like, oh, wait, what, Foxy? But yeah, I'm actually a little disappointed with how the jump scare worked in VR, which I guess sounds like weird phrasing, because, Cloyster. Oh boy. Honestly, I'm gonna stick to Eves. Let me hyper potion first. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I go first with a Razor Leaf, please? Thank you. I don't remember if ice resists. It doesn't! But of course, he's just gonna hit me with another Aura Beam, so... sorry, Eves. You're doing great, though, buddy. Let's, you know what? Oh, I was expecting a potion. Good job, Trip. I was about to use Flareon. The only one I could remember he has. Because it's his starter. Owie. I know it's the last Pokemon, but I could still lose this. Things could go topside. You know, critical hits and stuff. There we go. We did it. First try. Take that, my performance in blue. No, that can't be. You beat my best. After all that work to become League Champ. My reign is over already? Yeah, I'm sorry. Like you genuinely worked pretty hard to get here. And you're not as much of a jerk rival as the title jerk rival makes you sound. I do genuinely feel bad about making you lose so quickly. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it. You're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Yeah, well, Lance didn't want to admit it either. Ash. So, you won. Congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Pikachu. Ash, you've come of age. Gary, I'm disappointed. I came here when I heard you beat the Elite Four. But when I got here, you had already lost. Gary, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Ash, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing. Yeah, I mean, Eves carried us pretty hard. I knew we were gonna get carried by someone, but yeah, turned out to be Eves. Honestly, I thought Dipper was gonna carry us. I thought he had pretty good move coverage, and you know, being one of the highest level Pokemon on my team, but not as hard of a carry. Like, I mean, he came in clutch for sure with Psychic, but I feel like it was more clearly an Eves carry. I don't know. I feel like if I go back and watch me play again, that I would maybe see me leaning on. Well, I mean, I guess Eves and Dipper were my highest level Pokemon, so of course I was gonna lean on them. But anyway, the bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Ash, come with me. Congratulations, Ash. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Ash, you have endeavored hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Ash. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Including Hitmonchan! I'm not as proud of my Hitmonchan carry. Not as proud of my Hitmonchan performance as I was hoping to be. But, if I wasn't under-leveled, he probably would have done way better. I feel like that's my biggest complaint with Yellow. I feel like for the most part, it was a better experience than Blue. Even though for the most part, it was the same experience. But I do feel like in some places it was better. But the level curve, I think, was worse. I mean, granted, I still felt under-leveled when I got here in Blue, but, you know, I don't remember Sabrina having a level 50 Pokemon, so... I don't know what that was about. I think that was kind of ridiculous. But, it's fine. Trying to catch other species. Yay! Okay. Well, I guess, you know, this would normally be the part where I talk about my thoughts on the game, but, like, it's, like I just said, it's basically just Blue, and in some places better, and in some places kind of worse. But, you know, if I had bothered to grind, I'm sure Elite Four would. I mean, like that's the thing with Pokemon. You grind high enough, you could do anything. I just don't like grinding, so I didn't want to. But yeah, I am disappointed that Hitmonchan basically performed exactly like I was told it would perform. He's still good for, you know, regular Pokemon battling, but certainly fell off. Although, I guess that's due to... probably more due to levels than strictly Hitmonchan stats and move pool. Like, Strength could have carried him through the whole game if I just bothered to keep his level equal to my higher level Pokemon. But I am disappointed that the Calciums I gave him didn't really help Fire Punch do good. And I'm also disappointed in Mirist for not having good enough special to make use of Ice Beam or Fire Blast, despite being able to learn both of those moves. But I guess that's, you know, when we get to Physical Special Split, or, well, Physical Special Split is going to be more helpful for Hitmonchan, but the split between Special Offense and Special Defense would probably benefit Kangaskhan better. Possibly, I don't know. It depends on if they wanted it to be more defensive, or physically defensive, and then have some special offense. I have no idea. Oh no, it took about 2 rounds. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna load the game back up because I just want to finish my train of thought that I was on. And we're back in hometown. And there's Trip. What's your level of friendship, buddy? Max Hearts. Do you get there automatically for being champion, or have I really just not been paying attention to how much you care? Oops. I like the music here better, so I'm just gonna be here while I finish my train of thought. So, Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted. As I was saying earlier, I was the jump scare didn't happen quite how I wanted it to, if that makes sense. Because I was saying before, like, oh, I don't know, you know, with VR it might be too immersive. It actually wasn't immersive enough, if you ask me. Because like sure, I know in the normal games, when a jump scare happens, it's just a mouth in your face, you know. It's just someone taking a puppet, you know, taking a character model and going. But I was disappointed because when the jump scare happened, I couldn't even really tell what the animation was because it was like too close to my face. But not in the way where it's like, oh no, I'm about to be eaten by a robot. It was more like, huh? What was that? I couldn't tell. My eyes were not focused on it. So, it still scared me, but, you know, in the same sense of like, oh, sudden loud noise. Also, I suddenly just lost at the video game I was playing. Oh no. But otherwise, I think I am starting to get more used to playing them in VR. Getting more used to hitting the buttons that, you know, physically don't exist, but if I put my hand in the right place, they do activate. You know, such is the case with VR buttons. They don't resist you, but you know, you can generally still, like, it's 3D, so you still get the sense of depth to be able to reach out and hit it correctly. Like, I'm getting used to, like I said before, I felt like winding the music box in the remake of the second game felt a little weird in VR, and it still kind of does, but I'm getting used to that. Also, using the mask in the second game, I'm also getting used to that. Because it is the idea of, like, you know, there are still sound cues. So if I hear someone rattling around the vent, I know to be ready to grab the mask. You know, I can flash down the hallway, and if I see someone there, I know, oh, here comes Freddy. Better be ready to put the mask on. Maybe I should save this train of thought for gold. Because I do have more I want to say, and it's like, do I really want to just run around here in a game I already beat, where I'm not doing anything but rambling about a different game I was playing? I should probably save what I was saying for gold. So I will. You know, too many times I've ended a stream with a rant. Let's not keep doing that. I like this game. If I were to replay Gen 1, I don't know if I would pick Yellow again. But being able to pick all 3 starters, like have all 3 in one save file, that's definitely a plus. I really like that. I think they should do it again. But, you know, Wind and Wave's already confirmed. They're probably not gonna do that, and I'd be okay with that. Because also, I can trade. I can breed my starter, trade that starter for someone else's starter that they bred. There you go. There, now you have other starter. It's not rocket science. But yeah, I think Gen 1 is definitely dated, but still charming, still pleasant. Certainly, as far as RPGs go, certainly the most beginner-friendly first game in a series an RPG is probably ever had. Because, like, you try going back to Final Fantasy 1, it is not friendly. This is so much more friendly than that. So, didn't I just say I wasn't going to end with a rant? Thanks for watching. We'll see... I was going to say, we'll see Gold on Wednesday. We'll be playing Gold. We'll start Gold on Wednesday. Now I'm down on myself that today is Monday. Yes. Gold on Wednesday. Thank you for watching. See you then. Bye.